usually we flame before we maybe do the first cultivation, and then maybe this first cultivation right behind it, and then the second cultivation I like to do when the corn's about knee high, or you can still get through it good and not be breaking any off. Well, the key to the whole thing is small. The smaller the better. I had a guy call me one time that had 4-foot tall giant ragweed, and he just bought a burner and he was going into flame soybeans, and he wanted to know, you know, what the secret was. And I said, well, you better get down on your knees and pray, because this flamer's not going to do a thing to them. I mean, you're going to burn the tops of them, but you're not going to kill them, you know. So, you know, I don't like to see the weeds get over 3 or 4 inches is really getting too big. So one technique I've learned, and I learned this the first year I had it, was I had a field that the grass got bigger than what I wanted to, and so when I flamed it the first time, it stunted it, but it didn't really kill it. And so I went back in. The corn was about knee high, and I was getting ready to cultivate it the second time, and I knew that grass was just too high. I like to roll dirt to the row to try to cover up as many weeds as I can, but I knew that grass was just too tall to cover. And it happened to be a pretty hot day. It was in the 80s or 90s, so I went in there with the flamer first and flamed it. And of course the flame really stunted the grass that big, and the grass just kind of wilted down and laid right down on the ground, and I went in with the cultivator right behind it and rolled dirt over it. And I didn't think I was doing an exceptional job or even covering it. I mean, there was still, you know, I could see blades of grass sticking out of the soil when I was doing it, and I didn't think I was doing that great a job. Well, when it come harvest, my mouth just about hit the floor in the combine when I pulled in there in the fall to shell that corn. The grass just wasn't there, you know. I was expecting to have, you know, mild pressure of grass in there, and it was fairly clean, and you know, so I guess the grass that was sticking out of the soil must have been damaged enough by the flamer that it, you know, and all that dirt on top of it, the rest of the plant just smothered it out and it died. So